dokie. Well, hi. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. I feel like it's been 5 milliseconds since I was doing the last giveaway. I don't know where is the time going? I feel like I just went to buy Halloween candy and all the Christmas decorations are out. And I'm like, I feel isn't it just summer holidays? Like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Maybe it's just my jet lag. Hello, everyone. Let me backtrack. Hello. It really did fly by. I don't know what is happening. I am so glad to be back home. I just came. Thank you for the welcome home. Yes, I just got home on, I don't even know what day. Is it Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is. Thank you. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Poopy. Come here. Come say hi. Oh, there's a Maggerson. Mwah. Happy. I just fed her lunch. Yeah, I was in Scotland all week with Lucy, who's gonna pop on in like a half an hour, I think. Hello. Yes, we had an insane time. Ooh, what was my favorite part? Oh gosh, actually I know what my favorite part is. So yeah, I just came back. Just to recap. Hello. In case you're like, who is this person? I'm Karen. This is my Facebook group and my Facebook page. And hello. Yeah, I just spent a week in Scotland with Lucy Bryden. So we Thelma and Louise and Scotland survived. I know, barely. So we run an art retreat every year in a castle. And like everyone who comes wants to come back again. So the reason we went was to find a second castle to host our art retreats in. It is as magical as it sounds. It really, really, truly is. But it really, like, our objective isn't to like have as many people as possible. The real setting for the week is actually very intimate. It's about a dozen people, and we do oh, Lucy's just chiming in right now. Hold on, I'm texting with Lucy. Let me see. I'll just spare her. I'll do the giveaways for my own clubs before we get to the Celtic Collective stuff. So we were looking for another castle, and we've totally found like the perfect place. So our objective again, we went and toured 3 places. 2 of them were really huge. One of them slept like 30 people, and the other one slept like 24. But we really like the more small, intimate setting, and we found a castle that is like just perfection. So yeah, so that's why we were there, and so it was well worth the trip. It's just like house hunting, or like I actually liken it to like I'm touring with my kid. I don't even know what. Can you guys hear me okay? First of all, I don't even know what am I even using? I don't know what's happening. Let me just make sure that my camera, that my audio, I don't even know what. Can you just let me know if you can hear me okay? Because I realized I didn't have this is actually my microphone on my earbuds, and I wasn't wearing them. So let me know if that's better. Okay. Small, intimate castle together. I know. Well, there are really big castles, and there's like smaller ones. So, okay, good. I'm glad you can hear me. Okay, good. This last time I was on, I don't even think I was using a microphone, and no one could hear me, and I didn't even know. Okay, perfect. So anyways, yeah, we did that. And then, oh my God, it's just that. So I've only been to Scotland. I've been many times, but I went once in February, and every other time I've been, it's been like in the summer months. So I haven't never hit a fall. It's glorious. It's like, I mean, it's nice now, even here in North Carolina, our trees do change, but I grew up in New England, and it was very much a New England fall feel with the trees and a little bit of wet and the cold, crisp air. I was in heaven, mixed with some castles. Like, are you even serious right now? Every time, did I encounter anything spooky? Yes. And totally, yes, we totally did. And so, yeah, it was quite a magical week. Yeah, there was a ton of things spooky. We actually recorded a podcast episode together because we're never together. So we did that where we'll do like a full rundown of all of our spooky things. But yes, yeah, we totally did. Lots of lights flickering, footsteps running down hallways. Yeah, we had to we had to cut our trip short by one day um, due to extenuating circumstances. And I was actually so glad because I didn't get any sleep in two of the hotels because I was just up all night, like freaking out, freaking out. So I was secretly glad when we had to go back to Lucy's house early. I was like, I really need a good night's sleep because some of these places, like they're out of the movies, how spooky they are. So yes, lots and lots of spooky things. My favorite part, just to circle back to the question, which what was your favorite part? My favorite part was going to Castle Fraser, which is it's like 5 minutes from where Lucy lives. We went there with our group of retreat members in June, but it was closed. Like Google said it was open, like we called, it was open, and when we got there, it was closed. So I'd never been in this castle before. I know Jamie's castle. And God, it was just like it's just spectacular. And it's so beautifully maintained. The family whose ownership it fell into spent 30 years like remodeling it, over the course of like the mid 20th century. And it's just awesome. It's just so well preserved and restored. And so the fact that you can climb all the turrets and go up on the top and see all the bedrooms and the living rooms and the grand rooms and the dining rooms, like fully set up as it was for forever. I just love me a castle. I never, ever, ever, ever tire. So I think that was my favorite part, and that was our last day together. So that was super fun. That was just Saturday. So yeah, that was awesome. But anyways, let's get to some giveaway fun, and then Lucy will hop on. She's gonna hop on. And you can ask us questions together, or if you have any art questions in the meantime, fire away. Jeanette is here facilitating comments, and she asks, and I agree, if you do have like a supply question or actually like a serious art question, put it in all caps for me so I don't miss you by accident. So yes, you guys are adorable. So just in case you're wondering why I'm even on today, on the first of every single month of the whole entire year, I hop on and hang out. But then I also give away like a ton of prizes because I know how hard you guys are all working and doing your art projects and learning from videos and books and classes. And I want to show up for you and just let you know how grateful I am that you are in this community. I see how hard you're working and learning and your progress. And I'm just here every first of the month to celebrate all of you guys. So yeah, yay. And Margaret Brush is here. She is another amazing admin who is at your service. And I didn't see Tara's name. Tara, I don't know if Tara's here or not. But lots of support staff are here to help you guys. Yeah, because that's what we're here for. We're here for you. So, awesome. Hello. So, hello to everyone. Lots of awesome people. Gail is here. Mary Flynn, Safi, that's a cool name. Katie, Elizabeth, Julie, Donna Holmes is in the house. Donna's a great student. She does like every single lesson ever. And it shows because she's a freaking awesome artist. Elizabeth, Renee, Darlene, Hannah's in the house, my friend. Speaking of good artists, Darlene, lots of thoughts. Janet Toto, hello. So great to see you guys today. So we have 6 hashtag categories, and all of them make you eligible to win lots of stuff. There are 3 hashtags There's 3 that, kind of get the best of the best stuff. So that is people that are enrolled in any 3 of the art clubs. So that's Fun Fab Drawing Club, Mixed Media Society, or Celtic Collective. Everything you want to know about any offerings is over at awesomeartschool.com. That's the name of the Facebook group. That's not a coincidence. It is not a coincidence. It's called that because that is the name of the online art school. There's free and not free things over there, so you can go check that out. Oh, who is this? Elizabeth. Okay. First of all, where do I even begin with you? No, you're not the. First of all, you're not the worst. Second of all, how can you be behind in classes that never end? That's like saying you're behind on Netflix. Like it's not even a thing, my friends. It's not even a thing. Have you not seen my bookmarks? Hold on, let me go get one. When you buy any of my books from me on my Etsy shop, you will always get 2 bookmarks. One of them is this one, which you might recognize. She's one of the Fun Fab fairies with a little fun quote on the back. You can't get worse with more practice. That's not a thing. And then you will also get this little guy who is in the drawing club. He's also in the Celtic Collective. When we opened the Celtic Collective, we had no lessons, so I popped him in there because he's a little wee sprite. But on the back, and I truly mean every word of this. Okay, remember, Elizabeth Campanile Gibson, this is for you, my friend. You cannot be behind at this school. There's only whatever fun thing you're currently working on, and then there's simply everything and everyone else. There is no behind. So don't say that. You'll trigger me big time, my friend. Literally, just enjoy, relax. There's like years worth of classes in all the clubs. You can't catch up. It's not the point. The point is relax, do what you want to do, and have the best day of your whole life. I digress. Elizabeth. Yeah. So, I just want to address this. The link in the email was an old live. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's not good. Well, there must have been an old link. So that's my fault. Thank you for letting me know. And I'm really sorry about that. I apologize. Um, Is Licklihead Castle the castle for the next Scotland retreat? No, the next Scotland retreat is June of 2023. That is full, and that is at Wardhill Castle. Licklihead is going to be for our alumni. We have so many people that want to come back a second time. That our second timers we are gonna host at Licklihead because it'll be new for them. So we've already had people come back again, but we would like to make it a new experience so they're not just doing the same castle over and over. So the Licklihead Castle is like our alumni venue, and Wardhill is sort of like our newbie castle. And we'll probably do Licklihead next fall, so like fall of 2023. If for some reason we don't have enough alumni, I don't know what's going on with my hair. I look like Bond, like a big hair 80s band. I'm so sorry. Just stare at my crazy head. So if there aren't enough alumni to fill it, then we will let people know. We choose people from our Celtic Collective Club first because the retreat is like an actual extension of our membership club. So Celtic Collective is where you want to head. Yeah. So no worries, Elizabeth. You just do what you can when you can. It's all good. You can't have 40 of my books. I don't have 40 books yet. But speaking of books, I do have a sneak peek, and I will share it when Lucy comes on. This is our proof that arrived to my house when I was in Scotland, and we were like freaking the freak out because we couldn't see it. And my husband Sean was so nice. He did like a full, like slow flip through for us on the phone. It was hilarious. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes, that is the new book, but I'm going to wait till Lucy's here to show it to everyone. I know it's so beautiful. This mark in the middle is like just the not for that doesn't exist on the real book, but isn't it so beautiful? It's so beautiful. Woo! All my fantasy, our fellow fantasy art loving fans will definitely love it. So I'm very excited about that. So let's get on with let's get on with the giveaways, shall we? All right. So, like I was saying, the three clubs get their pick of anything they want, anything at all from my Etsy shop or our Redbubble shop. So, like fun apparel, like awesome art school. So, I'm talking hoodies, tees, anything you want, any book, anything you want. That's your big perk for hanging out with us every single month because we appreciate you. When will the book be released? As soon as it's done. So we have to have it. We like to re-edit it in print form because editing it on the computer is quite different than editing it in person. So we have one little more rendition, but honestly, it takes no time. So it's going to be ready like any day. And it will be on Amazon's across the world. Takes a lot longer for me to get my author copies. So if you can't wait, just go buy it on Amazon. No shipping charges or anything. So super fun. Why do you not look jet lagged? I know, because you know why? Because when I travel, the key to not getting jet lag is don't nap. Naps kill you. Just don't nap. So you just feel like shit, and then you go to bed, and then you wake up, and you're good to go. So that's why I'm not jet lagged. Because I don't let myself nap. Mm, and thanks so much. It's my secret. No napping. So Mixed Media Society 4. So this is how it works when you are a club member or not a club member. So that's those three clubs I talked about. You can also win for YouTube or learning from my books or being enrolled in any of my other online courses. Those three categories, you can pick a art book or a pencil pouch. So don't be sad you can't get all that other stuff because there's like a million art books to choose from and pencil pouches. And the pencil pouches are like no joke. They're like they're humongous. There's two sizes, but they're huge. They're not like this is not a small prize. So don't be sad if you're not a club member. And if you want to be a club member, then come on and join us. All the lists and all the information is over at awesomeartschool.com. So, Mixed Media Society, the winner for and all you have to do is post your work and then just put the hashtag of where you're learning. And by the way, for those that are just now throwing in like 89 hashtags, you need to really just pick one. So you're either learning from a book or you're learning from the club. I see a lot of people now that are like doing every single hashtag because they want to win, but really, truly, you should be kind of narrowing it down to one. Like one main place. Nawal Al-Nag, I don't know how to say her name. So I'm going to actually copy and paste it into the chat here so I don't say it wrong. So winners are chosen at random for the previous 31 days. So I just put her in the chat here. So it's Nawal is our first name. And then the last name is spelled ALNAQBI. She actually, when I went to go look, cheaters, she had actually tons of posts. I believe she's also, oh, no, that's someone else. So the one I randomly selected was she did the 3/4 fairy portrait in markers. There's not a lot of marker lessons in the Mixed Media Society. And this is one of them. I love this lesson. It was actually like a carryover lesson from a huge workshop I had last year. And she did an amazing job. And so congratulations, Nawal. And yeah, so that was awesome. So congratulations. Margot will reach out to you. You don't have to be at the live to win. We will stalk you, grab you, and make you pick your prize. And then we mail it to you wherever you live in the whole entire world. Thank you, Jeanette, for reposting that. That's awesome. Margot, the sheet's already filled out for you. So that's number one. All right, the second category will be for the Fun Fab Drawing Club. And currently in the Fun Fab Drawing Club, we are doing the Jetsons. Every October, I do something super fun for the drawing club. So we're doing the Jetsons. And although that's not the post I landed on, just because, just so you know, when you do enter into a club, you can do whatever you want. You can do the like latest lessons, or you can go back and do lessons that are 2 years old. It doesn't matter. You just do you and have fun. So Candy Watson Barnes is our winner. And she had posted tons. I was like hard not to pick her because she was everywhere. So great job. She was doing, I landed on her Marilyn, she did Marilyn Monroe. So that was the 1950s decades. We're now on the 60s. And yeah, she was doing all sorts of fun stuff. So Candy Barnes. Oh, I just moved your name. Why did I move it? I didn't mean to. I'm going to put it in the chat. So yeah, she did tons of stuff. And just FYI, for my drawing club members, we are taking a little pause from the 60s to go back to the new, there's like a new stage 7 classroom. I don't know if you remember, right before we did the Jetsons, we started doing a Fox, and we did the Fox with the quadrant method. The Jetsons is all quadrant method. So we're going to take a break for the 60s. It's like pause that for a minute. We're going to go wrap up the stage 7 classroom, which is an introductory to perspective. People love perspective. It is a very powerful, super cool, easy tool to really bring life to your interior and exterior drawings. So we're going to do a quick couple fun lessons, starting off with aerial perspective. And then once we button up that classroom, you can get a certificate. Oh, Lucy just joined us. And then we're going to resume the 60s. We're going to do the Beatles. Bryn has a Twiggy, a cool Twiggy drawing thing. So, and then we'll just resume 60s, 70s, 80s, and then 90s. And then we're going to go back in time and have a lot of fun doing that too. So freaking excited. Okay. So good job, Candy. You can pick anything whatsoever that you want from my entire Etsy shop. It is yours. And then I see Lucy waiting in the wings, but she's not on yet. You know what I'll do is let me just wrap up, Lucy. Let me wrap up these 3 other categories real quick. And then I'll have you come on and we'll do Celtic Collective together. Does that sound good? Okay, perfect. Okay, so for those of you who are being inspired or learning from one of my literally hundreds of free YouTube tutorials, Graciela Aroba is the winner, and she put in the post Karen's YouTube, and she actually did the quiz. So the quiz is super fun. The link to it is actually pinned to the top of this Facebook group. It's also in the middle button of the awesomeartschool.com. And when you take the quiz, it identifies your art superpower, and you are gifted a lovely free lesson, and which is hosted. It's private on YouTube. It's not a public video. You can't go to YouTube and find it, but you can use Karen's YouTube for the quiz results because technically it is on YouTube. So that's what she did. She did a magical mind, which is a tone paper drawing, which is actually one of my all-time favorite freaking projects that I've ever taught. I love that lesson. So, oh, Tara just showed up with the link to the quiz. Thank you, Tara. And yeah, it's she did an amazing job. So I'm super excited that she gets to choose an art book or a pencil pouch for that. And I'm putting in the chat someone asked what the Etsy shop link was. I just popped it in the chat for you. All right, and then books. Books, the hashtag is Karen's Art Books, and Jacqueline Crawford was doing a drawing from How to Draw and Find Your Style. Put that in the comments for you. So love, love, love. There's so many amazing exercises. I have a boat ton of art books for you to learn from. So it's awesome when I see people actually doing the exercises from there. Makes my whole day. So Jacqueline Crawford, you can keep your eyes peeled for Margot's email, and then you can go check out any of the art books and giant pencil pouches or smaller This one is my favorite. The like, you're an awesome artist. Keep that shit up. There's all sorts of naughty things in there. Not even just clean things, but also naughty things. We like to have fun at Awesome Art School. And then last but not least, I also pick a winner. So the Fun Fab Fairy series has ended, and to celebrate those students that are also taking online classes with me that are not club members, I have all sorts of offerings over at Awesome Art School. I'm giving Lee Ann Harbin. So she posted. So I just had a sale all I think in September. I was selling the Addams Family, which was last year was only available in the Fun Fab Drawing Club. So I took it out and I had it for sale over at the at Awesome Art School. And so she did the Addams Family. That freaking series is so fun. And she posted her work. And so Leanne Harbin, you are the winner. And you can also choose a pencil pouch, of which there are many designs, and an art book. So good job, everyone. You guys are killing it. Oh, good. So see these naughty ones? People love them. So these are, I don't know who this was. That's their favorite one. Don't with the fairies. Yeah, we have a lot of naughty stuff because Lucy and I are, we're kind of naughty. We kind of potty mouths. And so I'm sorry if that's not your thing. Lucy doesn't even
you just got me. My dog was having like a mental 5 minutes where he was basically stealing everything that he knew was naughty and dragging it into the other room so that I would chase him.
Because he knew. He's like, I want all the attention.
Yeah.
Should I do the inward or the outward? Which one's
Whoa,
better? Whoa. Oh, I kind of like that. I think normally we do it close up. I'm a little bit. Oh, good. I'm glad you love the potty mouth because Lucy and
I need to put comments on so I can see them.
Are especially. If you look up at the top of the post, there's like my writing, and then right above this video, it says like to have Facebook show your name. You just click a little button, and you just have to click to give StreamYard permission to show your name, and then it will show your name for you.
If I dart off suddenly, it's because I've heard a suspicious noise coming from the other room.
I know Maggie got into Max's Halloween candy this morning.
Oh,
and Max is like, he's a worrier, so he was like super stressed out. I'm like, she's fine. She's a 75-pound dog. Like she needs to eat a lot of chocolate, but he was like terrified. I'm like, she'll be fine. I'm gonna be with her all day. And
how much did she eat?
I have no idea. But she wasn't around, and when Maggie's not around, she's somewhere naughty because she's always
doing
around.
Something naughty.
Yeah,
Mizo's the same. He's like lurking in the living room, and I know he's doing something naughty.
Yeah. Yes. So I don't know. She seems fine to me. I watch her. She just ate. That's the only reason she's being a good girl right now. But
I'm sure she'll be fine.
But. So yeah. So Lucy and I, we have our book coming out any freaking minute, and I'm waiting till Lucy gets her copy because I want everyone. We need to see it before we kind of give our final okay. But I do have to say,
it looks so good.
I think I'm very proud of it. I think it looks amazing. So half of the projects are Lucy's, and half of them are mine. We just split it down the middle. Got a little hamburger system going in there. So if you see a floating hamburger patty on some of your pages,
Karen Campbell, only you would have like hamburger patties in an art book.
Makes sense to my brain. But the Celtic Collective will recognize a few of these, but not all of them. So there'll be surprises for our Celtic Collective members. And then there'll be some ones that you will definitely recognize in here as well. So yeah, so lots of new projects. There's our cover girl gracing the cover. But yeah, Oh,
I can't wait to get my copy. I'm so excited.
I can't wait for you to get a copy too. So that was Lucy's lesson last year, but no one has seen the unicorn before, so that'll be
That's the
new.
new one.
Mm-hmm. So it's a nice mix of new and olds. I'm so super excited. And we were able to, like I said, we recorded an in-person podcast episode, which we've never done that before. That was our first one.
That was so much fun.
And oh God, well, you talk about it. You said you were going to overlay someone asked early on in the chat before you arrived if spooky things happened.
Oh, well, you'll have to listen to the podcast if you want to know what the spooky things are. I'm not going to give any spoilers. That would be spoiling things. If you want to listen, when will we release it? Like maybe in a week or a few days. It'll be going up soon. I was editing the video. It's very amateur hour, I'm going to say. And that's only because like I could have spent like 48 hours and making it super cool, but that's not the way me and Karen do things. We want to just get it out and get it up there. But what was really nice was that we had photos for the first time of us together doing the thing that we're talking about, and like little videos. So I've like overlaid them on top of our ugly mugs talking.
Oh my God.
We were in this room with my really bad lighting and just a ring light that like was shining in Karen's glasses.
We were a hot mess.
Possibly have been a gin and tonic consumed before we recorded.
Yeah, or 2 or 3, as always, good ones. They don't quite have ice the way they do in the US. Americans are like ice hogs. Like everything is like ice, ice, ice. So Lucy had these, I hate your ice trays so much. They make me so mad. So, but she's like, but I have these lemons. And I was like, what? So we had these gin and tonics with this elderberry gin, which is like literally to die for. And then because she sucks with our stupid ice, instead we had I put like a stack of frozen lemons in my gin.
Like this honey lemons.
Oh my God. And then I drank from that glass for like 3 days. It was so good with the frozen lemons in it.
We had a few spooky things happen.
Yeah, we did.
And can I tell you something, Karen? Well, I'm telling the whole world.
Yes, only 81 people listening in. What's up?
That another version of that same spooky thing. So it's not a spoiler to say we had lots of weird stuff going on with lights.
Yeah, lots.
And I had it in was it in my house? Somewhere earlier today or yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I know. I don't know what date it. I literally I'm like,
I'm confused.
No, it was the time warp we were in.
It was like, it was in my living room. The light suddenly went flash on and off. But the bulb's not gone because it's on now. So I don't know.
I don't know. There was a lot of, it was very active. And I tried to tell Sean last night, and I showed him the video. We have the video. You'll see it on the podcast. If you watch the YouTube version, because Lucy's like, I captured some 2 minutes of craziness on my camera, on my phone. So Lucy's gonna put it on the edited version of the YouTube version. And I showed it to Sean, and he was like, do you think it's like evidence of paranormal activity? I'm like, do you think it's not? Like, what? Like, and when you're talking to all like the volunteers in the castles, and they're like, oh yeah, that room. Like it's like you get like, everyone's like, yep, that makes sense. That's what I experienced. Like this, that, and the other thing. It's not like a coincidence. It's like crazy. So yeah. Ooh, and I've been Googling a million things ever since.
Someone follow us home. Maybe. Oh my God. I don't want like the ghost of Castle Fraser following me home.
Yeah, no. Frederick, stay back.
Yeah, Linda, like I need to sleep, and I live in Scotland.
Yeah.
Karen everyone's safe in the United States.
Yeah.
I'm the one living in Scotland near all these ghosts. I'm the one that and I'm alone apart from my dog. I'm the one that needs to sleep.
Yeah. Well, maybe put a light bulb in your bedroom that
Actually, that maybe that's the solution, is just not having light bulbs.
Oh my
God. You have light bulbs and you don't know if they flash or not.
That's practically what your room is right now. Oh God. Oh my God. Gosh, sage myself. I know. He's a non-believer.
2 seconds.
Yes. So anyways, yeah, there was a lot happening when we went over there. No one is safe anywhere. Yes. Oh, really? Too, with you too, Linda? Well, that's what happened to when Ginger, she was on our retreat. She has a ghost, Lee, that lives in their house, and she said she saw him super solid. Is that last week? But only from the waist up. Which I just have these images in my head of these like half people like floating around.
I know.
Like,
and didn't she say that Lee came to Scotland with her?
Yes. Oh my God, I have like no words. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So anyways, it was very exciting. I got like no sleep whatsoever that second night. It's very, very funny. So does anyone have any art questions for us? Because and we have to do the giveaway for Celtic Collective. I almost forgot. Oh my gosh. Let's do that first. And then if anyone has any more Scotland Castle art supply, doesn't have to be at all Celtic Collective related.
Did you pick someone already?
I did. And I feel like I have to say I'm sorry because I have it written down here. And the winner for doing our Celtic Collective lessons, and just so you guys know, Lucy and I direct that together. That's our co-club. Can't talk. So Joan Sabelka, she did a gorgeous lesson on so I was actually one of the I think it was almost my first lesson where we did one of the Spiderwork Chronicles little baby sprites. It's like one of my favorite lessons of all time. And then we do our own little sprite based on the
I saw that
Spiderwig.
posted just a few days ago.
The little wee one.
Yesterday. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
She did such a lovely job of it.
And then she did the elderberry. There was like a whole like accompaniment of other lessons. But yeah, she's prolific. She's done a whole bunch. So congratulations, Joan. Yeah, it was awesome. Yay. So that is all 6 winners announced. And we will contact you via email. So don't you worry if in case you find you've won later on, we will hunt you down. Oh, this must be Joan. I'm wondering if that's not Joan. Well, congratulations. And you're so welcome. That is awesome. Awesome.
Zoe says, I wish I had enough courage to post stuff. Zoe, go for it. When everyone's so nice in the group. Everyone's super supportive. Yes. Everyone's at different stages in their journey. Like,
we'll love you. We'll love on you.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing that could happen. Extra exuberance. Plus, you get to win all this fun stuff if you just throw in a hashtag there as well. Yeah, but there are baby beginners. And if you look at my post, like when you enter the Facebook group, my first post in there is of like, I didn't start doing art until I was in my 30s. Like I didn't grow. I wasn't like artsy fartsy my whole life. So you're not alone. People, everyone starts at the beginning and everyone will be nice. I promise. And we're getting some questions in. And before I get to the question, I just have to highlight this because holy crap, that's so cool.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, let's just take a minute. So that in
somewhere in England, isn't it?
Yeah, where is that?
Castle? Fotheringay. I'm trying to think who lived there. Was it a Tudor person?
I'm going to look that up. Fotheringay Castle. It is a castle. And it's a Motte Bailey. Oh, it's like a ruin. And it's in Northamptonshire, England.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably founded around 1100.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's cool. So it's an old Motte and Bailey. That's like the original kind of castles. That predates all the like ginormy ones. Ginormy, because that's a word for sure. Well, that is super freaking cool. If you want to expound upon that in the comments, I will definitely be interested in reading those. And this is the first all caps question I saw come in. I have a question about Arabic gum. What does she think about using that with gouache? Mine dries out so fast. Lucy, that's all you.
Okay, sorry, I was looking at Fotheringay and it was the Nevilles. It was like the people that were married to the king before the Tudors. Like, anyway.
Oh, that's the site of Mary, Queen of Scots' execution.
Oh, is it?
That's what I just read. That's extra cool.
Arabic gum with gouache. I have never used that.
I'm not either.
Wouldn't bother. Because actually, if you're worried about it, if you're worried about it drying too quickly, then you could use the regular gouache instead of the acrylic gouache, because then even when it does dry, you can take a damp brush and blend it still, like it would re-wet a little bit on the page. I like the fact that it dries quickly, because then it encourages me to work quite quickly, because I'm a slow bugger when it comes to painting. But also because I quite often want to do one layer on top of another, if they're still wet, they'll all kind of blend in and become mousse. But if they've dried, then I can work on top of each other quite quickly without the worry that happens. So I like that gouache dries quite quickly. You could, but you know what? Give it a try and see. I'm Googling.
Yeah.
When I use gum Arabic with gouache, if you plan to use the gouache with a brush, dip pen, or rolling pan, it needs to be thinned in order to flow smoothly. Gum Arabic should be added as a binder. I don't really get that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, gouache is kind of like perfectly formulated as it is. So I'm not sure what the Arabic gum is for. And if it's for thickening, I mean, normally the first thing you do with gouache is actually water it down.
Thin it.
So I'm not sure why you would even want to use it. But if you have a follow-up comment or question to that, please pop it in the chat, because for sure we can discuss more.
Mm-hmm. One thing I'd say is, if you already have these materials, do a little experiment, because you never know, it might be super cool. Like if if you're not having to go out and buy them specially, if they're just sitting in your art supplies, then try them out and see what happens, because you might actually come across something really handy, or a method that you really like, because it's not about what I like, it's about what you like. Like, I like to use my gouache in a certain way, but other people like to use it differently. So it's about what you like when you're painting.
Second that.
There are lots of other questions. I'm scrolling up. Can you tell the difference?
Yeah. So Janet, you're in the Celtic Collective. So actually we have a bunch of in the supplies classroom and the maidens classroom, I believe we have, we go into this quite a bit, but I'm also right now, I just did a YouTube video. I'm pasting it in the chat right now for you. And I compare all the different kinds of gouache, as well as all the different substitutes for gouache, because there's really, gouache is just like solid watercolor in the nutshell, traditional gouache. It's actually in a page in the book too. I'm trying to find it. And acrylic gouache is really just acrylic paint that's super matte. That's like my long and short of it. Here we go. Page 83 of our new book answers this question for you. Gouache and alternatives. So you have watercolor, which is transparent and always water reactive. And gouache is like solid and like watercolors is always reactive. And it comes in like a tube or this weird little jelly cup. And then there's all these acrylic alternatives, which are basically mimic gouache in that they're flat and that they're opaque, but they're unlike traditional gouache, meaning that they dry and they're permanent. And that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And there's acrylic gouache is also a lot cheaper than traditional gouache, unless you talk about those little jelly cups, because they're super cheap.
They're super cheap. I love them. They're super cheap, and they're really nice. The colors are gorgeous. Like if you want to try gouache out and you don't want to spend a lot of money, get one of those sets and just like have some fun with it. Bear in mind that the like Winsor & Newton, for example, like you would definitely notice a difference if you switched from the cheaper ones to the more expensive ones. But they're great for giving things a go and trying out. Yep. Is mixing skin tones with gouache the same as with regular watercolors? Well, it would be the same combination of colors if you wanted to mix colors. So usually what I would take is some form of yellow, like a Naples yellow or a yellow ochre. We have a skin tone cheat sheet.
I'm going to get the link for it right now, and I will put it in the chat because we have a link to a packet. Yes.
Yeah. And then I would mix that with some form of red, like alizarin crimson, carmine, something like that. And then with watercolor, what I would do with those two colors is I would make them super light by adding lots of water. But with gouache, I would make them light by adding white to them. So I would make them a lighter skin tone if you wanted to have a lighter skin tone. I'm talking Caucasian skin tone. Of course, there's a whole range of different skin tones. And in the cheat sheet, I go through all the different kind of combinations. But also, if you don't want to bother with that, you can buy apricot color gouache or light apricot or peach, or even like a Naples yellow would be okay for a skin tone.
They even have, I have gouache, and it's called, the heck is it called? I'm not in my studio, but it's called like Light Flesh or something. And it is.
Yeah. Here is the huge big set that Karen and I used for our castle in June. And something like, oh, can you see? I've got funny light. Can I even lift it out? I've got really terrible. I've got my bad Scottish light. Like that's perfect, Luke.
Yeah.
It's like an apricot. If you want like a Caucasian, I would take that and mix it with a good dollop of white to make it lighter. And then there's all different ones. Look, there's like a nice beigey kind of color. Yeah. Like a yellowy beige. There's like a pinker color here.
If you want to make it darker, you just add a darker brown to it.
Yeah, just add a little bit of brown if you want to make it darker. And then if you wanted like a darker skin tone, there's heaps of beautiful colors in here. Not just the browns, but I think when you look at darker skin tones in detail, they quite often got some, I've just stuck my finger, like some really nice kind of burgundy tones to them that are nice to use. Yeah, so you could just take things straight from the tube, but you could also have fun mixing up colors. Make a little swatch sheet, see what you can make. I think that's super fun to do.
I agree. And I put in the link in the chat. Lucy made up an 8-page packet, and along with that, in that packet, there's a 24-minute video. It's in the Celtic Collective, but we put it unlisted on YouTube for those that wanted more information that goes along with that packet, which I think will help as well, especially for colors. I'm super lazy when it comes to skin tones. I just grab what's in the tube, and Lucy's fancy. That's why I asked Lucy to create that, so that for those that want to, be fancy, can do it and do it well. And so that's why we created that resource. And thanks for doing that, Lucy, by the way.
Okay.
So helpful. What is the purpose of using acetone on charcoal drawing? I've never done that. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know. Have you heard of that? I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google that because I didn't know that was a thing.
No idea.
Using acetone on charcoal. I don't know. Let's see what someone else has to say. It says this tea technique uses acetone and charcoal powder, which helps create a dark, gritty texture. It's the inverse of a spray effect. To prevent your paper from buckling, tape the edges to the board. By layering the charcoal powder and acetone, we get unusual textural effects. Apparently, you'd use it to get unusual textural effects. I've never tried it. I didn't know that was a thing.
What is it?
What?
Acetone with...
I just Googled I literally Googled that exact question into Google, and apparently it makes, and there's even a quick charcoal and acetone tutorial on YouTube. So yeah, I would head over to YouTube and go check that out.
You know what? If you want to have a look, I put in Google acetone with charcoal and then clicked on the images button.
Mm-hmm.
There's some really cool examples, one including is like Professor Snape and Lily, and someone's done this amazing like Harry Potter themed drawing. It kind of makes it look like old worldy, kind of bubbly. Yeah, it's cool.
Thanks for sharing that. Now I need to go try it. That's cool. That is cool. So apparently cool effects. That's awesome. This is why I never want to stop learning. Like, God, I'll be so sad if I ever stop. Just let me know.
I want to try that as well now.
I know. I think this is in response to the gouache comment before, minus regular gouache. I'm talking about on the palette drying quickly.
Then if that's the case, I would only put out what you're going to say you were doing sorry, my son keeps texting me. Say you were doing a painting with 10 colors in it, but you were painting like the leaves that were green. Just put the green paint out rather than all the colors that you're going to need for the whole painting. So I would just put out what you need. The other thing that you can do is you can use little tubs like this, because then when you're not, like if you need to go away, go to the bathroom, make yourself a cup of tea, whatever, you can just put the lid on the tub and it'll stop it from drying out.
Yeah.
So this is especially good if you're not mixing colors. If you're just taking them straight from the tube and you're not mixing, then you can put like a scoop of your color in here. And then I have these like squirt some water, get it the right consistency, and then I can put the lid on and they won't dry out. They're super handy.
This, I don't know who this is because I just see Facebook user, but for those of you listening, or if the person that wrote this is in the Celtic Collective, we had a huge discussion about this in our last Zoom call together. Yeah. If you are a member, go back and check out the October 21st Zoom call and you'll learn a ton. We go into all of this in detail. So there's lots to learn. We go, those Zoom calls are like awesome because that's also nice that we can actually talk to you in person, not just do comments. It's very helpful. I like Maria Moon. It's just me who announces it. Gouache. I know. Gouache. So this is more a follow-up to the ghost encounter. It was a day I'll never forget. I was with a friend and I'd never been there before and felt ice cold from the moment I arrived. That's how we felt when we went into that room that you'll see us talk about on our podcast. We went to an old pub where a history teacher goes, and he said the woman I saw go through a door, which is no longer there, he said she could be the mother of someone who was about to be beheaded. Yeah. There's really no instances of ghosts that aren't freaking creepy, in my humble opinion. I have been playing with small canvases. What do you recommend to get the small details when painting the face details? I would use a paint pen. Lucy would probably use a little fine brush. She's like a brush master, and I would grab a paint pen because I would use a bigger canvas. That's actually what I would do.
Yeah, I'm actually not like a super fan of doing, funnily enough, like I love tiny little details, but I'm not actually a super fan of doing tiny faces. And I think it's because when I paint faces, I love doing all the details in them, all the, like the, like the nuances and the tones. And when you paint a tiny face, you have to make them super small. You can't put all those fun things in. So I'm looking for one that I started doing and I don't know where it is. Yeah, so I would paint it bigger as well if it was a face. But also one thing I would say is if you're doing a small face on a small canvas, you don't put a lot of details in. Make it super simple. True. Just like lines for the eye, even just 2 dots for the nose.
Yeah, that's true.
And like a little line or a shadow for the mouth. Yep. Like I wouldn't.
The highlight, you'd be like boop on the nose, and like don't even go there for the eyes. It's so
like
true.
a small amount. Oh, look here. You haven't seen this, Karen.
Oh my God.
Like her face for me is really small.
Yeah, it is small.
I would never paint. So like I didn't do all the stuff that I would normally do.
Yeah.
Like I just did like an outline for the eye and then like a tight, just like the little line underneath for the nose. Like just make it super simple.
Oh my God, her hair is ridiculously beautiful. Holy crap. Is that gouache or watercolor and gouache?
Yeah, I started like 6 months ago.
Oh, it's gorgeous. We need to do that kind of dress in the Celtic Collective too.
Yeah.
We should do like a fashion month, like in January.
God. Yes. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
Maria Moon says we have haunted Roman soldiers here in Chester. Ugh.
Yeah, that's crazy. This is Artbeak is the name of that brand. They just sent me 120 markers to yesterday, actually. Wow. I was like, holy jeez. I'm like, I was good with the 80, but okay. Artbeak. But if you just go to Amazon and just type in alcohol markers, do brush nib though. There's like 24 brands and there's tons of cheap ones, like tons. Stay Wet palette.
That's another good one.
Yes.
You don't need to buy one though. You can just use like a Tupperware box with some kitchen roll and a bit of deli paper on top. That's all you need. You don't need to buy a special Stay Wet palette.
Right. Thank you, Linda. I know my problem, Linda, is that on my side, I see mostly only Facebook users. So when you say that Facebook user is Valerie, I'm like, which one? There's like 25. Yeah. But thank you.
Julie says, that's an awesome set of gouache. What brand? This was the bigger set from Amazon, like Himi or Mia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just the Amazon, like if you put in jelly gouache into Amazon.
Type in like Jelly Cups gouache, and then you'll see those. I'm just scrolling through the comments. Okay. Oh, I think we're caught up. Okay. And no worries. I see you now, Valerie. There you go. Okay. Yes, I know you were at that Zoom meeting. Trying out on my palette. Yes. I find with gouache too, like I use it exactly how I use acrylics, which is I don't put out any more than I think I'm going to use. And then if I'm like lucky and well, if I'm lucky, I don't have any left over because I don't enjoy reactivating it from my big palette either. So I try to just think of even traditional gouache that is water reactive. I just in my head, I'm like, nope, just use it the exact same way as acrylics, where you just don't want any left over because it will go to waste, even though you can.
If
You
you're
can
using
reactivate
the
it.
colors straight from the tube and you're not mixing them, then you can just keep squirting out as you need because you're not having to mix a color. Obviously, if you're mixing a color, then you need to make sure that you've made enough for like the area that you want to paint. But if you're just squeezing out some red or black or whatever, then
Yeah.
you can just keep putting it out as you need it.
Yeah. And then as far as palettes, I have like a big butcher like palette, but yeah, everything you can get everything on Amazon. There's really not a single art supply that I can even think of that you can't find on Amazon. And I use Amazon like I use Google. I just search for the gouache cups or whatever, and then usually you can find them there for sure. For sure. For sure. And I'm gonna scroll up and just make sure that I don't miss any questions from way back and earlier. I don't have too much longer. I actually have to go get kids from school very soon. And we have hit the hour mark. So if you have any last minute questions, you guys pop them in now. And I'm just scrolling back up through comments to make sure that I don't miss anything. And I'm going to really quick also, in case people were late, I'm going to read off the winners one more time. So for Mixed Media Society, the winner was Nawal Al-Nakbi. This is the best that I can do. For the Fun Fab Drawing Club, the winner was Candy Watson Barnes. For Celtic Collective, the winner was Joan Zabelka. For the YouTube winner, we have Graciela Aroba, which God, I love that name so much. It's so beautiful. Books, Jacqueline Crawford. And for online courses for the Adams family, it was Leanne Harbin. So those were our 6 winners for this month. And Margot will be in touch with all of you. So don't panic if you're not here. And all right. Oh, no, this is not the replay, Annette. This is live, although we're just about to wrap up. Oh, I'm in the Wonder Bundle. Where do I start in the Mixed Media Society? That is a fantastic question. And actually, the answer is you can start with me this coming Sunday. I'm opening up one of 7 new classrooms, and we are going to be starting with mixed media from complete scratch, like total scratch. So you can start with me in that classroom on Sunday. So just check your email and I will have links to that. And yeah, I'm super excited because I know a lot of Wonder Bundle students. And also in January, I'm going to have Wonder Bundle student Zoom office hours just for Wonder Bundle people. So just so you know, you have yet another perk to look forward to. So I can help zero in on some of these questions. But I know a lot of you are scared to start mixed media. So I'm rolling out 8 new classrooms just for you guys, just in there for you. So yeah. Yeah, you can explore Karen's World Classroom, as Tara said, but just don't get overwhelmed. That classroom it's not a list of things to buy. It's just sort of like general information on supplies, just for like, in case you're like, what is that? Is that talking about? That's where you can find that. But yeah, Sunday, all the new fun things start. Yes, I'm excited too. Linda says excited for WZ. So for the Wonder Bundle members, that you'll have 4 Zooms a month that you get to go to. So collect all your questions and come and bring them to us. We are here for you. Good. I'm excited. excited for mixed media. I'm using acrylics again. Yeah, that's awesome. Linda just makes my day. Just, yeah. Yes, Linda. I love it.
That's the kind of enthusiasm we like to see.
Yes, exactly. Oh, Tara is reiterating a question. Does liquid watercolor have the same vibrancy as ink? Oh my gosh, it's so funny that you just asked me that because I just bought so bad. I just bought an entire like case of liquid watercolors.
Oh, what make did you get?
I think I bought the PH Martins.
Yeah, I
Good
have
ones.
some.
So you can answer this question. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I would answer this question, except look at this bottle. Because I'm an art supply junkie, I bought these 3 years ago and I've only used this much. Because I kind of go to my pan watercolors because these, I find like, unless you're painting a big painting and you're going to have lots of that color, you're kind of, again, like wasting it a little bit, like you are with gouache, because you've got to drop it out. I also don't use inks that much, so I don't know. But I think I prefer these to inks, just because I find that if I mix the inks with the water, they kind of look a bit funny on the page. These are they're just like normal watercolors, but they're liquid. But you do have to put water with them. You can't just use them straight.
Oh, you can't?
Well, you could, but it would be
it's like, I know I could do it.
It would be like using acrylic inks or something. I did do a lesson in my Art Lab Association class where we experimented with doing like washes and then dribbling these into channels and putting cling film on top, and that was kind of good fun. I should experiment with them a bit more. That was a bit of a non-answer, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, and I'm the
opposite.
Yeah, and I'm the same because I use tons of inks, but I bought that pack and I haven't opened it yet. So to be determined, I will let you know. My hunch, my hunch is that inks are going to be, but also keep in mind, fountain pen inks are not meant for painting.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up. But also, I'm not really sure if you're even referring to fountain pen inks. You might be referring to acrylic inks. There's a lot of kinds of inks.
Yeah.
So what I probably will do, it's a great idea, and I have all the supplies, is I can do like a YouTube comparison of all of these things and compare like straight out of the bottle, which is more vibrant, and then actually compare like acrylic inks with, also there's like high flow acrylics. And then there's also like fountain pen inks, there's dye-based inks, there's alcohol inks, there's so many inks. So it's like, which ink, right? And then liquid watercolors is like another variation. So TBD, Patty, that's a really good question. It's a really good question. I'm excited to dive in for sure. Yeah.
Oh, Christy's here. Christy, your book arrived. It's gorgeous.
Yes. Same. Where is it?
I have mine on the kitchen table.
My whole desk is just a pile. It's literally 1, 2, 3. I have 4 piles of books on my desk. So I'm so sorry. I wish I could show you, but I don't think I can. There's my dead dog. Right, Baggerson. So,
look, I have my one.
There you go. Yep. Everybody,
Christy's book is so gorgeous. Look at the beautiful things.
Oh, and Christy, I did leave a review on Amazon, my friend, but I was signed in as not myself because I was accidentally signed in on my husband's account, and his mother is on there. So, see, Jean, that's me. It is wonderful.
Beautiful. You did such a good job.
Yes. It is.
Look at these beautiful images. Look at, I think this is my favorite one. It's so pretty.
It is. It is. Yeah, she did a gorgeous job. So good job, Christy. We love you. Yes.
Oh, the name
Amazon.
is called Moon Thoughts.
Yes.
Moon Thoughts, and it's on Amazon.
Yes. And remember, everything in the whole world is available on Amazon.
Yeah.
When in doubt, just go there and you'll find it. It is gorgeous.
Sorry, Tara. Do you want
Yes.
me to hold it up
Mine
again?
is on here somewhere. God, just piles of shit. Yay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Whoop. All right, friends. Well, I have to jump. I have to go pick up Billy. So I am going to, oh my God, I'm late. If you're late, don't worry. You can just start it over. This is recording that lives on in the Facebook group on Facebook. And then I'm also going to, I always upload it into the Awesome Art School YouTube channel. So you can always catch it there as well. Thank you, Tara. She fished out the link for everyone. That was so kind of you. And our book should be out momentarily. I'm waiting for my editor to get it. I'm waiting for Lucy to get it. And then we will let you know when it's available. And like Christy's book, it will also be available on Amazon. Right, Lucy?
Yeah, sorry. My mom is having an emergency. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Dealing with.
You can go.
Yeah. No, it's not that emergent. It's not that.
You guys are so cute. All right, well, everyone, well, have a good rest of your day. We'll be back in a month, and then I will see all the club members in all the office hours as November goes by, which is so crazy that it's November. I can't quite get over it. It's so crazy. Oh, you're so welcome, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.